UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres arrives in Dhaka on a 4-day official visit. UN Secretary-General and Chief Advisor to join Rohingya refugees for iftar in Cox's Bazar tomorrow. Bangladesh set to graduate from LDC Group in 2026, decides Advisors Council. Chief Advisor asks all concerned to take preparations to face LDC graduation challenges. Child Asia laid to rest at her village in Magura. Chief Advisor directs law enforcer to bring criminals under speedy trial. Trial of Asia to start within a week. Special tribunal will go for a speedy trial of rape and molestation, says law advisor. $30,000 head teachers of government primary school to get status of second-class gazetted officer and 10th grade salary. Appellate division verdict. Putin aide dismisses short-term ceasefire with Ukraine as Trump's envoy in Moscow for talks. And in Dhaka, Premier League cricket, Ghazi Group cricketers, Ogroni Bank Cricket Club and Gulshan Cricket Club win their respective matches. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Tasnuma Tassim, welcoming you to News at 10. You have just heard the headlines, now moving on to the details. Bangladesh will be graduated from the LDC in 2026. A final decision was taken at a meeting of the Advisory Council held at Chief Advisor's office today. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus presided over the meeting. Members of the Advisory Council and secretaries concerned were present. At the meeting, in order to reduce government expenditure, the Advisory Council approved a proposal to observe the National Youth Day and the International Youth Day simultaneously on August 12th. In addition, the Advisory Council gave final approval to 3 ordinances. These are: Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University will be renamed as Bangladesh Medical University. Sheikh Hasina Medical University, Khulna, will be renamed as Khulna Medical University. And Bangomata Sheikh Fazilutun Nesa Mujib Medical University, Sylhet, will be renamed as Sylhet Medical University. At the meeting of the Advisory Council, a decision was taken to introduce both Jamdani Shari and Tangal's Tat Shari globally as symbol of Bangladesh's cultural heritage. After the meeting, Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shofiqul Alam briefed journalists at the Foreign Service Academy in the capital.
ক্যাবিনেটের ডিসিশন হচ্ছে যে আমরা 2026-এ এলডিসি গ্র্যাজুয়েশন করব। এই বিষয়ে আজকে চূড়ান্ত সিদ্ধান্ত হয়েছে। তো এই বিষয়ে যেই ধরনের চ্যালেঞ্জগুলো যেগুলো আসবে সেটা ফেস করার জন্য এখন থেকেই প্রিপারেশন নেওয়ার কথা মাননীয় চিফ অ্যাডভাইজার বলেছেন এবং সেই অনুযায়ী অনেকগুলো পজিশন পেপার করা হয়েছে এবং এগুলো নিয়ে প্রিপারেশনও আমাদের অ্যাডিকুয়েট প্রিপারেশন নেওয়া হচ্ছে। আমরা বলতে পারি আমরা যখন 2026-এ এলডিসি গ্র্যাজুয়েশন হবে বাংলাদেশের আমরা ইন্টারন্যাশনাল মর্যাদা আরও বৃদ্ধি পাবে এবং বাংলাদেশের বিজনেস এর সক্ষমতা আরও বৃদ্ধি পাবে। পতিত স্বৈরাচার 560টি মসজিদ করেছিলেন $1 বিলিয়ন। অনেকে বলেন, অনেকের তাদের স্বৈরাচারের যে সাপোর্টার তারা বলতে চান যে এটা সৌদি ফান্ডেড এটা প্রজেক্ট। সৌদি এখানে একটা টাকাও দেয়নি। এখানে সৌদির কোনো এটা ট্যাক্স পেয়ার মানিতে এই প্রায় $1 বিলিয়ন এটা একটা প্রজেক্ট। তো এই মসজিদের অনেক অনিয়মের কথা উঠে এসছে। ধর্ম মন্ত্রণালয় এটার একটা ইনভেস্টিগেট করার জন্য একটা কমিটি করে দিয়েছেন। তারা কমিটিটা এটার কিভাবে এটার এই মসজিদ নির্মাণে কি পরিমাণ করাপশন হয়েছে, এটার মধ্যে কি ধরনের অন্যায় অত্যাচার হয়েছে সেগুলো তারা ইনভেস্টিগেট করে দেখবেন। চিফ অ্যাডভাইজার মহোদয় আজকে ক্যাবিনেট সেক্রেটারিকে বলেছেন যে খুব দ্রুত সরকারি সংস্থাগুলোতে, সরকারি ডিপার্টমেন্ট, সরকারের সমস্ত অফিসগুলোতে যাতে খুব দ্রুত প্রচুর জনবল নিয়োগ করা যায়, যেগুলো জায়গায় ভ্যাকান্সি আছে সেটা এটা টেন্স অফ থাউজেন্ডস অফ এটা করছেন, এবং এই অনুযায়ী ক্যাবিনেট সেক্রেটারি আগামী মিটিংয়ে এটা উপস্থাপন করবেন যে কোথায় কোথায় নিয়োগ প্রক্রিয়া খুব দ্রুত শুরু করা যাবে এবং কি পরিমাণ নিয়োগ করা যেতে পারে, এবং এটা খুব দ্রুত এই কাজটা করা হবে।
He said the chief advisor will go to China on March 26th on a 4-day visit to join WOW conference. The chief advisor will address the conference and hold a bilateral meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping.
মহোদয় 26 তারিখে চায়না যাচ্ছেন, 4 দিনের সফর, 26, 27, 28, 29। সেখানে উনি WOW ফোরাম আছে ওদের ওইখানে, এটা একটা ইন্টারন্যাশনালি খুব নামকরা একটা কনফারেন্স এখানে হয়, পৃথিবীর অনেক লিডাররা এখানে আসেন, উনি ওইখানে কথা বলবেন, এবং আমরা এক্সপেক্ট করছি যে এই মিটিংয়ের এই WOW ফোরামের বাইরেও চায়নার প্রেসিডেন্ট শি জিনপিংয়ের সাথে আমরা এক্সপেক্ট করছি যে ওনার একটা বায়োলেটারাল মিটিং হবে।
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has arrived in Dhaka today on a 4-day official visit at the invitation of Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Mohammad Yunus. Guterres landed at Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport this afternoon aboard Emirates flight EK586. Upon his arrival at the VVIP terminal, he was warmly received by Foreign Affairs Advisor Mohammad Tauhid Hussain. Several high-ranking officials, including Finance Advisor Dr. Saleh-Uddin Ahmed, the Chief of the Army, Navy and Air Force, and the Chairman of the Civil Aviation Authority of Bangladesh Air Vice Marshal Mohammad Munzur Kobir Bhuiya, were present to welcome him. During his visit, Guterres has a series of crucial meetings scheduled. Tomorrow morning, he is set to meet with Foreign Affairs Advisor Mohammad Tauhid Hussain and High Representative for the Chief Advisor on Rohingya Issues and Priority Affairs Dr. Khalilur Rahman. Later, Guterres will visit the Chief Advisor's office, where he will hold a significant meeting with Professor Dr. Mohammad Yunus. This high-profile discussion is expected to touch upon key policy matters, including Bangladesh's economic and social progress, as well as global peace and development strategies. Following the meeting, the UN Secretary-General will travel to Cox's Bazar via a commercial flight of Biman Bangladesh Airlines to visit the Rohingya refugee camps. The burial of Asiya, the young victim of a horrific case of abuse in Magura, has been completed. Following the Isha prayer, her second funeral prayer was held, after which she was laid to rest at her ancestral village at Shonai Kundi in Shripur. Earlier, her first namaz janaza was held at Nomani Moidan in Magura this evening. Asiya's dead body was transported to Magura via a helicopter from the Combined Military Hospital CMH, where she had been fighting for her life. Despite relentless efforts by doctors, she succumbed to her injuries at 1 p.m. on Thursday, marking the end of a brutal and unimaginable ordeal. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus has expressed deep sorrow over Asiya's untimely death. In a strong statement, he has called for swift justice, ordering authorities to ensure that those responsible face the full force of the law. In response to the heartbreaking news, prominent figures including National Citizen Party leaders Hasnat Abdullah and Sharji Salom, as well as Hifazat-e-Islam leader Mamunul Haq, rushed to the hospital. They vowed to push for legal reforms if necessary to ensure that such heinous crimes never go unpunished. Asiya fell victim to an unthinkable act of violence on March 6th. The horrifying incident sparked widespread outrage across Magura and the entire country, with citizens from all walks of life demanding justice for the victim Asiya. The trial over rape and murder of a child from Magura will begin within a week. Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs Advisor Professor Asif Nozrul informed this at a press briefing held at his Secretariat office today. The law advisor hoped that the criminals will get exemplary punishment. The incident of rape of the 8-year-old child in Magura stoked massive angers and protests across the country. Students as well as common people raised their voices against rapes of women and children, as well as organized repression and harassments on women. Law enforcers are going tough against the incidents of rape, women repressions and harassments. Police arrested the accused in the rape incident of Magura at the earliest and the court put them on remand. The 8-year-old child became the victim of rape on March 6 at her sister's home. Bangladesh has tough laws against rape and violence against women and children. Lawyers say there are different social hurdles in Bangladesh over filing of lawsuits despite there are provisions of the highest punishment for rape in the country. Analysts say social and family awareness is necessary alongside ensuring justice to check rape, sexual harassments and violence against women and children. They stress the need for special care about children by their family to avoid unexpected situations. Headmasters of government primary schools will get the status of second-class gazetted officers. In addition, from now on, they will get salary in 10th grade. A 4-member appellate division bench led by Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed gave this verdict today. As many as 30,000 headmasters of government primary schools across the country will get this status, salary and benefits. Senior lawyer Barrister Salahuddin Dolon argued in the court for teachers. He said the appellate division gave the verdict by upholding the verdict of the High Court. So the verdict will be effective from 9th March 2014. A separate authority should look after data management of NID, considering its security and good governance, experts opined. They noted that officers and employees should not engage in campaigns. They said if someone has different views on this issue, they may go for resolving issue via dialogues. Official sources said the government is yet to establish data authority. The decisions relating to NID will be taken gradually, and NID employees were ensured that no one will lose their jobs, they added. Age limit for applying in the health cadre has been proposed to raise to 34 from the existing 32. Chief Advisor Special Health Assistant Officer Saidur Rahman informed this on the health sector development at the Secretariat today. He said that MBBS students and Assistant Professor Saidur Rahman informed this at a press briefing. He said that MBBS students' course is 6 years including internship, and considering this, 34 years have been proposed for the health cadre. 2,000 physicians will be appointed through special BCS to ensure health service in the remote areas of the country, he has also informed. Bangladesh and Gambia today signed reciprocal visa waiver agreement for the diplomatic and government passport holders. This will strengthen relations between the two countries. Home Advisor Lieutenant General retired Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhry expressed the hope at a press briefing today. The reciprocal visa waiver agreement for the diplomatic and government passport holders of Bangladesh and Gambia was signed at the Secretariat. Home Advisor retired Lieutenant General Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhry signed the agreement on behalf of Bangladesh and Gambian Foreign Minister Dr. Mamadou Angara on behalf of his country. The agreement will make easier the diplomatic exchange and also will further expand cooperation between the two countries. Ministry of Foreign Affairs MOFA today reacted against Indian Ministry of Foreign Affairs' recent comments on election and other issues. Indian recent comments are unwarranted and tantamount to interference in the internal affairs of another country, MOFA spokesperson Mohammad Rafiqul Alam told journalists at weekly briefing. He noted that Bangladesh never comments on internal affairs of another country. Bangladesh also expects similar behavior. Rafiqul Alam said BGB-BSF conference has discussed about bringing down border killings to zero. Pointing to Farakka water sharing treaty, he said the treaty is observed properly, but Indian side have been requested to take necessary steps as water flow in Ganges upstream is lower than normal this year. Referring to questions relating to return of Sheikh Hasina from India, the MOFA spokesperson said India is silent on this issue. Russian ambassador to Bangladesh Alexander Z. Kozin paid a courtesy call on Jamaat-e-Islami Amir Dr. Shofiqur Rahman at the Jamaat's Mokbazar Central Office. Jamaat Islami Naibi Amir Dr. Said Abdullah Muhammad Tahir, Secretary General Professor Mia Golam Parwar, Naibi Amir ANM Shamsul Islam, Central Executive Council member Mubarak Hussain and Central Assistant Secretary General Maulana Rafiqul Islam Khan were present at the time. After the meeting, Jamaat's Naibi Amir Dr. Said Abdullah Muhammad Tahir said that this was the first time a Russian ambassador had visited their central office. Abdullah Muhammad Tahir said that discussions were held on the development of bilateral relations between Russia and Bangladesh as well as the current situation in Bangladesh. He also said that discussions were held about the interrelations between Jamaat and Russia.
মা ক্ষুধা লাগছে খাইতে দাও টেবিলে খাবার রাখা আছে খায় নে মা আমি এই খাবার খাবো না কেন তাইলে গন্ধ গন্ধ হইব কেন
কি হইছে লক্ষ্মী মায়ের ধমকাইতেছো কেন
লক্ষ্মী না চাই প্রত্যেক বেলা খাবার নিয়ে ঝামেলা করে কথাটা ঠিক না আমি কইছি পচাবাসি খাবার আমি খাবো না ভাইজান কি করমু কও প্রত্যেক বেলা নতুন নতুন রান্নার সময় কই তাই এক বেলা রাঁধি দুই বেলা খাই
একবার রান্না করে দুই বেলা খাইতেই পারো কিন্তু রান্না করা খাবার ভালোভাবে সংরক্ষণ করে খাইতে হইব
সেটা আবার কেমনে
রান্না করা খাবার স্বাভাবিক তাপমাত্রায় 2 ঘন্টার বেশি রাখা যাইব না 2 ঘন্টার বেশি রান্না করা খাবার খাওয়ার আগে আবার ভালো কইরা গরম করে নিতে হইব
মামা তুমি মাইরে কও তোমার পরামর্শ মাইনা চলতে ঠিক আছে রে মা আর কইতে হইব না
পচাবাসি খাবার খেলে অসুখ হবে সবাই বলে সুস্থ দেহ যদি চাই টাটকা খাবার সদাই খাই
Moving on to international news.